People rarely talk openly about this, but one of the biggest mysteries men struggle to understand is what it truly means when a woman shows a level of physical closeness or affection that goes beyond the usual signs of attraction. And the truth is, it's never just about the moment itself. It's about what that moment represents emotionally, psychologically, and energetically. Because when a woman chooses to express her affection through deep physical closeness, it's almost always a sign of something far bigger happening beneath the surface. Trust, safety, comfort, and emotional openness. The kind of connection she doesn't share with just anyone. And that's why men across the USA often misunderstand this. It isn't simply about desire, it's about intimacy, because a woman will only allow that level of closeness when she feels genuinely secure in your presence, when she senses that your energy is calm and grounded, when she knows you won't judge her, rush her, or take advantage of her vulnerability, and when she feels emotionally seen by you in a way that makes her want to reciprocate that connection. And this is where the psychology comes in. Women tend to connect physically only when they already feel connected emotionally, meaning she trusts your intentions, she feels appreciated by your behavior, she feels respected by your tone, and she feels understood by your presence. And that's something many men don't realize. Her physical affection is often a mirror of how safe she feels in your emotional space. Because women don't open up to men who make them feel small, controlled, pressured, judged, or objectified. They open up to men who make them feel understood, valued, desired, and cherished without being reduced to just the physical moment. And that's what healthy masculine energy is all about. Not dominating, not demanding, but creating a peaceful environment where she can relax into her feminine energy and express affection in whatever way feels natural to her. And when she does that, it's her silent way of saying, I trust you, I feel safe with you, I feel connected to you, and I feel close enough to show you a deeper side of myself. Which is why these moments are never random. They happen when the emotional bond, psychological comfort, and intimate energy align perfectly. And if you ever experience this, understand that it's not just physical. It's a sign that she sees you differently than the average man, that she feels something with you. She doesn't feel everywhere, that you've reached a layer of intimacy she guards carefully, and that your presence brings her the safety, warmth, and connection she needs to express herself fully. And the moment you understand this truth, you stop taking these moments for granted and start appreciating the deeper meaning behind them. Because the real message isn't about the act, it's about the trust, the vulnerability, the emotional connection, and the comfort she feels only when she is with someone who honors her heart as much as he enjoys her affection. What most men don't realize, and what so many women in the USA wish they could explain without feeling judged, is that when a woman chooses to share that level of closeness, it's not just a moment of passion, but a moment of deep emotional exposure. Because for her, physical intimacy is often a doorway to her inner world, and she only opens it when she feels your presence is steady, reliable, and emotionally safe. The kind of presence that doesn't rush her, doesn't pressure her, doesn't expect her to perform, and doesn't turn the moment into a transaction. Instead, she responds to a man whose energy tells her, I'm here with you, not just here for the moment. And that's why these moments are deeply meaningful, because they represent a combination of comfort, admiration, trust, and emotional alignment that she rarely experiences with anyone. And when she chooses to express her affection in such an intimate way, she's not testing you. She's communicating through action what she may not have the courage to say in words. That she feels safe being vulnerable around you. That she feels emotionally connected to you. That she sees you as someone different from the rest. Someone she can relax with. Someone whose presence gives her freedom instead of tension, peace instead of pressure, and warmth instead of worry. And this is exactly where men either strengthen the bond or unknowingly break it. Because the way you handle her vulnerability determines whether she opens more or shuts down, whether she trusts you more deeply or starts hesitating, whether she sees the connection evolving or fading. And the truth is, if you respond with respect, calm energy, emotional maturity, and genuine appreciation, she will naturally deepen her connection with you. Because for her, Intimacy isn't just physical. It's emotional validation, it's psychological comfort, it's spiritual safety, and it's the kind of closeness she only shares with a man who makes her feel seen, valued, and emotionally understood in ways she doesn't experience often. And when that happens, she doesn't just feel attracted, she feels connected, aligned, and genuinely cherished, which is the highest form of intimacy she can offer. And here's what almost no one talks about. Because behind that intimate moment is a silent emotional measurement she's making. A subconscious way of checking if you are the kind of man who can handle her softness without misusing it. Because for many women, especially in the fast-paced dating culture of the USA, vulnerability is rare currency. She doesn't give it away easily, and when she expresses herself physically, she's also watching how you show up emotionally, whether you stay gentle or suddenly shift into entitlement, whether you stay connected or let your ego take over. And this matters more than most men realize, because the moment you make her feel judged, rushed, or objectified, she retreats into herself. But if you make her feel treasured, seen, and genuinely appreciated, her trust in you multiplies naturally, creating a bond that feels safe, warm, and emotionally magnetic. And the reason this moment means so much to her is because it's not just an act. It's a form of closeness she shares only with someone she feels emotionally aligned with. Someone who respects her boundaries without needing her to spell them out. Someone who moves with presence instead of pressure. Someone who listens with his energy instead of his expectations. And when she senses that, she won't just open up physically. She opens her heart, her emotions, and her deeper feminine energy, transforming the connection into something meaningful, rare, and unforgettable. Because she finally feels like she can relax into the moment without fear of being misunderstood or undervalued. What most men never notice is that when a woman chooses to be intimately expressive with you, she is actually revealing her emotional comfort level. Because this kind of closeness isn't just physical. It's psychological, it's relational, it's trust-based, and for many women, especially in modern Western dating culture where emotional safety is rare, this is one of the biggest indicators that she feels at ease with your presence. She feels that you won't misuse her vulnerability or treat her like an object. And that matters more than anything. Because to her, intimacy is a reflection of connection, not just desire. And when she takes that step, she is also checking whether you stay grounded, gentle, and emotionally aware. Because if you suddenly shift into arrogance or entitlement, the moment collapses instantly. But if you stay calm, present, and respectful, she actually becomes more comfortable, more confident, and more willing to open up emotionally. Because now you're not just someone she's close to, you're someone she trusts to handle her softness. Someone who understands that real intimacy is about communication, respect, and shared energy. And that emotional intelligence is what separates a forgettable connection from a deeply memorable one. Because when she feels valued rather than used, her desire to connect grows naturally, without pressure, without force, and without expectations, making the experience healthier, deeper, and more meaningful for both people involved. And at the end of the day, the real truth every man needs to understand is that a woman's intimate actions are never just about the moment. They're about how she feels in your presence. Because when she chooses to express that level of closeness, she's not measuring your body, she's measuring your character, your patience, your energy, and the way you protect her emotional comfort. And the men who create that safe environment, without pressure, without ego, without trying to earn anything, are the ones women naturally open up to, trust deeply, and stay connected with long term. Because real intimacy isn't about what she does with you, it's about how she feels with you. And if you can give her emotional peace, clear communication, and genuine respect, then her desire to get closer doesn't need to be forced. It becomes something she chooses freely, confidently, and consistently, turning the connection into something healthy, mutual, and unforgettable for both of you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share.